Life is a truth teller. It has a way of pulling back the curtains on people's intentions when you least expect it. That first interaction, that first moment when someone reveals their character, don't overlook it. When someone shows you who they are, believe it. Not the version they want you to see, but the one they can't hide. You've got to trust the signs when they show up. It's not about being skeptical. It's about being observant. People reveal themselves in the way they speak, the way they act, and the way they treat you. Whether it's respect or disregard, loyalty or betrayal, the truth is often right in front of you. But too often we want to give people the benefit of the doubt, to excuse their behavior because it's uncomfortable to face the truth. But let me tell you, ignoring that truth doesn't make it go away. In fact, it only sets you up for disappointment later. You see, the first time someone disrespects your time, breaks your trust, or diminishes your worth, that's not a mistake, it's a pattern waiting to happen. And if you allow it, they'll repeat it. Believing what life shows you isn't about being cynical or unforgiving, it's about being wise. Wisdom tells you to pay attention when someone speaks to you in ways that don't align with your values. Wisdom tells you to notice when someone's actions don't match their words. Because here's the truth, people can't hide who they really are for long. They'll show you intentionally or not, and when they do, your job is to see it for what it is. We all want to see the best in others, but seeing the best doesn't mean ignoring the worst. It means recognizing both and deciding if that person belongs in your life. If they've shown you that they can't respect your boundaries, can't honor your efforts, or can't appreciate your value, believe them the first time. Don't wait for a repeat performance. Now, this isn't about holding grudges or being angry. It's about clarity. It's about moving forward with an understanding of what you will and won't allow in your space. People will show you who they are because they can't help it. Their intentions, their values, their priorities, they're all revealed in those moments when they think no one's paying attention. But you're paying attention. You're not blind to the signs, and you're not naive about the cost of ignoring them. When someone shows you who they are, believe it the first time, because your time is too precious, your energy too valuable, and your purpose too important to waste on people who don't deserve access to your life. Be kind, but be clear. Be open, but be wise. Life doesn't waste time showing you the truth. Don't waste yours by ignoring it. Trust what you see, act accordingly, and keep moving forward with the people who match your vision and respect your journey. Protecting your peace is one of the wisest decisions you can make in life. It's not about shutting people out or building walls out of bitterness. It's about recognizing what matters most, your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. People will try to tell you that protecting your peace makes you selfish, that it means you're unforgiving or closed off. But let me tell you, protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. The world is loud and is full of distractions. People will bring chaos into your life if you let them. They'll come with their negativity, their drama, and their insecurities, hoping to make their burdens yours. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself weighed down by things that have nothing to do with you. That's not wisdom, that's neglecting yourself. Wisdom knows when to step back. It knows when to say, this isn't my fight. This isn't my storm. Protecting your peace means you've decided that your happiness, your focus, and your growth are too important to sacrifice for someone else's chaos. That's not bitterness, it's clarity. You see, bitterness comes from holding on to the wrong things, but peace comes when you learn to let them go. When you protect your peace, you're making a statement. You're saying, I value myself enough to set boundaries, and boundaries aren't about keeping people out, they're about keeping the right people in. The ones who respect your space, your time, and your energy. Boundaries aren't a sign of weakness, they're a sign of strength. They show that you know what you're worth and won't settle for anything less. People might not like it when you choose peace. They might call you cold, distant, or even selfish. But remember this, you don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing to protect what's sacred to you. Your peace isn't up for negotiation. It's the foundation of everything you're building, and without it, you can't show up fully in your purpose. Now, let's be clear, protecting your peace doesn't mean you don't care about others. It doesn't mean you stop loving, helping, or forgiving. It simply means you've learned to prioritize yourself in a way that allows you to show up better for others. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't grow in an environment that constantly drains you. It takes courage to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace. It takes courage to say no when the world wants you to say yes. But courage and wisdom go hand in hand. They work together to keep you focused, grounded, and aligned with your purpose. So don't let anyone convince you that protecting your peace is wrong. It's one of the most important acts of self-respect you'll ever make. It's not about bitterness, it's about strength. It's about knowing that peace isn't something you wait for, it's something you create, nurture, and protect with everything you've got. Your future is your most precious asset. It holds your dreams, your purpose, and the legacy you're building day by day. But here's the thing, not everyone deserves a seat at the table where your future is being shaped. The wrong people can't help you build, they can only distract, derail, or destroy what you've been working for. You've got to understand that the people you allow into your life are like the architects of your future. Some will help you design greatness, while others will chip away at the foundation when you're not looking. Not everyone who smiles at you is for you. Not everyone who claps for you wants you to win. You've got to be discerning, because the wrong people can cost you more than you realize. When you surround yourself with people who don't value your vision, they'll drag you into their chaos. Their doubts will become your doubts, their fears your fears. And before you know it, you'll be playing small because you let the wrong voices get too close. Your time is limited, and so is your energy. You can't afford to waste either on people who aren't helping you move forward. Now, this doesn't mean you cut everyone off at the first sign of trouble. It means you learn to evaluate the relationships in your life. Are they pushing you to be better? Are they challenging you to grow? Or are they holding you back, keeping you stuck in the same patterns, the same excuses? The truth isn't always comfortable, but it's necessary. Your future is too valuable to gamble on loyalty to the wrong people. Sometimes we stay connected out of guilt or habit, thinking we owe someone our time or our presence. But the reality is, the only thing you owe is to your purpose. And your purpose requires a level of focus and clarity that doesn't leave room for distractions. Look, you're going somewhere. You've got dreams that demand your full attention. You've got goals that require every ounce of your energy. And you've got no business letting anyone take up space in your life if they're not adding to what you're building. Life is too short to carry dead weight. The people you walk with should inspire you, encourage you, and remind you why you started. If they're not doing that, then they don't belong on your journey. It's not about hating anyone, it's about loving yourself enough to make the hard decisions. Protect your circle, protect your energy, and most importantly, protect your vision. Your future is worth it. It's too valuable to risk on the wrong people. Choose wisely and don't look back. You're building something great, and the right people will help you get there. The wrong ones, let them stay where they are, because you've got places to go and a future to claim. Your life is a stage, and the people you let into your life are the audience. But not everyone deserves a front row seat. Some people show up just to watch you struggle. Others are there to criticize your every move, hoping you fail. And a few, they just want to sit there, take up space, and bring nothing to the table. You've got to stop handing out tickets to a show where they don't deserve a seat. See, your time, energy, and presence are valuable. They're not free passes for anyone who wants to come along. But too often we feel obligated to let people in. Maybe it's because of history, shared experiences, or the fear of seeming unkind. But here's the truth: if someone doesn't appreciate what you bring to the stage, they don't deserve to be in the audience. Not everyone is rooting for you. Some people are there to throw you off your game, to distract you, to drain you. They smile in your face but talk behind your back. They pretend to cheer for you, but deep down they hope you stumble. And if you keep letting them in, they will take advantage of your kindness, your effort, and your loyalty. You've got to ask yourself, what does this person bring to my life? Are they adding value, or are they taking up space? Are they there to encourage you, inspire you, and help you grow? Or are they just along for the ride, waiting to see what they can get? You have every right to be selective about who gets access to you. That's not arrogance, it's self-respect. The people in your life should reflect where you're going, not where you've been. If someone isn't aligned with your purpose, your vision, and your goals, then they don't belong in your circle. It's as simple as that. You wouldn't let just anyone into your home, so why let them into your heart, your mind, or your plans? It's not about being cold or unkind. It's about understanding that your stage is sacred. Your life is not a free-for-all. If someone isn't willing to show up with respect, loyalty, and support, then it's your responsibility to show them the exit. This isn't an easy thing to do. It takes courage to set boundaries, to say no, to choose yourself. But every time you protect your space, you're telling the universe you're serious about your future. You're telling yourself that you're worth more than half-hearted relationships and one-sided loyalty. So stop giving out tickets to people who don't deserve to be in the audience of your life. Save those seats for the ones who celebrate your victories, support your struggles, and inspire your greatness. Because the people you allow into your life will either lift you higher or pull you down. Choose wisely and never apologize for protecting your stage. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts you can choose, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. Too often, people think forgiving someone means wiping the slate clean, pretending like nothing happened. But let me tell you something: forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean you erase the lessons, ignore the pain, or give someone permission to hurt you again. It means you release the hold their actions have on your heart. Understand the difference. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself, not excusing the other person. When you forgive, you're saying, I'm not going to carry the weight of what you did any longer, because holding on to anger, bitterness, or resentment doesn't punish them, it punishes you. It steals your joy, clouds your vision, and keeps you stuck in a place you're meant to move on from. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks that door. But forgetting, that's not part of the deal. Forgetting is dangerous because it makes you vulnerable to the same pain. If you erase the memory of what happened, you also erase the lesson. And life has a way of teaching the same lesson over and over and over until you learn it. Forgiveness allows you to heal, but remembering keeps you wise. It reminds you of what you deserve and what you won't tolerate moving forward. Let me break it down like this. If someone betrays your trust, forgiving them is saying, I release the anger and hurt I feel because of what you did, but forgetting. That's like leaving the door wide open for them to do it again. And forgiveness says, I'm moving on, but remembering says, I won't make the same mistake twice. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean you have to let that person back into your life. It doesn't mean you're obligated to trust them again. Trust is earned, not given freely after it's been broken. Forgiveness is about your peace, your freedom, not their comfort. You can forgive someone and still choose to keep your distance. That's not bitterness, that's boundaries. People will try to convince you that forgiveness requires forgetting, but don't fall for that. True forgiveness is strong enough to exist alongside memory. It's not about pretending the hurt never happened, it's about refusing to let it define you. When you forgive, you take control of your story. You acknowledge the pain, but you refuse to let it hold power over your future. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, not a free pass for the person who hurt you. Forgetting is optional, and in most cases, it's unnecessary. Remember the lesson, carry the wisdom, and move forward stronger than before. Forgive for your peace, but don't forget what it taught you. Understand the difference, and you'll protect both your heart and your purpose. Your purpose is your calling, your reason for being here. It's the fire inside you, the thing that keeps you moving forward even when life throws its hardest punches. But here's the truth, not everyone will understand it, and not everyone will respect it. That's why protecting your purpose isn't selfish, it's survival. Think about it. Your purpose is the compass guiding you toward the life you're meant to live. It's not something you can afford to compromise for the sake of pleasing others. Yet too often, people will try to pull you off course. They'll demand your time, your energy, your attention, all while offering nothing in return. They'll ask you to shrink your dreams, to settle for less just so they can feel comfortable around you. But you can't let that happen. Protecting your purpose means knowing when to say no, when to walk away, and when to put yourself first. It's not about being rude or dismissive. It's about recognizing that your mission in life is bigger than temporary distractions or other people's expectations. Survival isn't just about getting by, it's about thriving in the face of everything that tries to hold you back. Some people will call you selfish for choosing your purpose over their demands. Let them. They don't understand what's at stake. Protecting your purpose means protecting your legacy, your future, and everything you're working so hard to build. If you give that up for the wrong reasons, you're not just losing time, you're losing a part of yourself. Let's be clear, protecting your purpose doesn't mean you stop helping others or caring for the people who matter. It means you prioritize what's essential. You can't pour into anyone else's life if your own cup is empty. You can't uplift others if you're weighed down by the opinions and agendas of people who don't value what you bring to the table. Survival is about focus. It's about staying locked in on what truly matters, even when the noise around you gets loud. Protecting your purpose requires discipline. Because the world will throw distractions at you every day. Some will come disguised as opportunities, others will come as guilt trips. But the question you've got to ask yourself is this: does this align with where I'm going? Your purpose is non-negotiable. It's the reason you wake up, the thing that keeps you going when everything else feels like it's falling apart. Protecting it isn't just smart, it's necessary. You've got to guard it with everything you've got because nobody else will do it for you. So the next time someone calls you selfish for choosing your path, let them talk. While they're busy criticizing, you'll be busy building. Because protecting your purpose isn't about them, it's about you. It's not selfish, it's survival. And survival is the foundation for greatness. Growth isn't something you talk about, it's something you live. It's not about making promises or telling people what you plan to do. Growth is proven through actions, the steps you take, the habits you build, and the results you produce. Promises are easy, they don't cost anything. But action? That's where the real work begins, and that's where growth shows itself. You can say you're going to change. You can tell the world you're ready to do better, be better, live better. But words without action are empty. They're like planting seeds in dry soil. Nothing is going to grow unless you water them. Growth requires movement, effort, and sacrifice. It's not about who you say you're going to be. It's about what you're willing to do to get there. When you're serious about growing, you don't need to announce it. People will see it. They'll notice the way you carry yourself, the way you handle challenges, and the way you stay disciplined when no one is watching. Growth is in the actions you take when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when giving up would be easier. That's where the proof is. Promises are often made in comfort, but growth happens in discomfort. It happens when you step out of your comfort zone and take on the things that scare you. It's in the moments when you push past your fears, your doubts, and your excuses. Growth doesn't come from telling people what you're going to do. It comes from showing them consistently, day after day. And let me tell you something, real growth doesn't need an audience. It doesn't require applause. When you're truly committed to becoming better, you don't do it for recognition, you do it because you know it's necessary. You do it because staying the same isn't an option anymore. Growth isn't glamorous, it's gritty. It's in the early mornings, the late nights, and the times when you feel like quitting but choose to keep going. It's in the sacrifices you make, the habits you break, and the new ones you build. Promises can't carry you through that, only action can. The truth is, anyone can talk about growth. They can make plans, set goals, and say all the right things, but action separates the dreamers from the doers. Action is the difference between potential and progress, between where you are and where you want to be. So don't waste your energy making promises. Put that energy into doing the work. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your consistency show people that you're not just talking about growth, you're living it. Because at the end of the day, it's not what you say that matters, it's what you do. Growth is proven through actions, not promises. And when you focus on the actions, the results will speak for themselves. The next level of life isn't for everyone, and it's not something you stumble into by accident. It requires discernment, the ability to separate what matters from what doesn't, what aligns with your purpose from what distracts you from it. And it requires clarity, knowing exactly where you're going and why. Without these two things, you'll find yourself spinning your wheels, wasting time, and wondering why you're not making progress. Discernment means you stop saying yes to everything. It's knowing that not every opportunity is meant for you. Not every person belongs in your life, and not every path is yours to take. It's about being selective because the next level demands focus. It demands that you protect your time, your energy, and your purpose like they're gold, because they are. You can't take everyone with you to the next level. And that's not a bad thing. It's just the reality of growth. Some people aren't ready to go where you're going, and if you try to bring them along, they'll only slow you down. Discernment helps you recognize who's adding to your life and who's taking away from it. It's about asking yourself, does this person, this habit, this decision align with the future I'm working toward? Clarity is the other piece of the puzzle. You can't move forward if you don't know what you're aiming for. Clarity means you've taken the time to define your vision. It means you know what you want, what you stand for, and what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. Without clarity, you'll be easily swayed by distractions, by the opinions of others, or by temporary satisfaction. But with clarity, you stay locked in. The next level of life is all about alignment. It's about making choices that bring you closer to your goals, not further away from them. That's why discernment and clarity go hand in hand. Discernment helps you recognize the opportunities and people that align with your purpose. Clarity keeps you focused on the bigger picture, so you don't get caught up in the small stuff. Let me tell you something, the next level isn't easy. It's going to test you. It's going to require more of you than the last one did. You'll need to be more disciplined, more resilient, and more intentional. And you won't get there by accident. You'll get there because you were deliberate about who you let in, what you spent your time on, and where you put your energy. So take a good look at your life right now. Do your relationships align with your vision? Are your habits pushing you closer to your goals, or are they holding you back? Are you clear on where you're going, or are you just drifting? The next level of life is waiting for you, but it requires discernment and clarity. Without them, you'll stay right where you are. With them, there's no limit to how far you can go. Some people come into your life to teach you, and others come to elevate you. But here's the thing, you've got to know the difference. Not every person you meet is meant to stay. Some will leave you with a lesson that helps you grow, while others will bless your life in ways you never imagined. But understanding which is which, that's on you. The truth is, not everyone is going to add to your life in the way you expect. Some people show up to test you, to challenge you, to break you down so that you can rise stronger. These are the people who push you to the edge, make you question everything, and force you to look at your own weaknesses. But when you're through that fire, when you've made it to the other side, you'll see they weren't there to hurt you, they were there to help you level up. These are your lessons. They don't feel good when they're happening, but they're exactly what you needed. Lessons aren't always wrapped in a pretty package. They're often messy, uncomfortable, and painful. But if you look close enough, you'll realize that they're the ones that help you become the person you're supposed to be. They teach you boundaries, resilience, and strength. They force you to see things from a new perspective, to make choices that honor your future, not your past. And the best part, once you've learned the lesson, you don't have to repeat it. You move on wiser, more prepared for what's ahead. But there's another type of person, the one who brings light into your life. These are the people who support you, encourage you, and show you love when you need it most. They're the ones who make your victories sweeter, your struggles lighter, and your journey more enjoyable. These people don't drain you, they fill you up. They're your blessings, and they're just as important as the lessons. Blessings don't come with the same intensity as lessons. They don't make you question your life or force you to grow overnight. But they bring peace, joy, and fulfillment. They remind you why you keep going when the road gets tough. They're the ones who believe in you when you can't believe in yourself. They're the friends who have your back, the mentors who lift you up, and the loved ones who keep you grounded. Here's the thing, both lessons and blessings are necessary. You need both to evolve. Lessons teach you what to avoid, how to protect your peace, and what kind of energy you need around you. Blessings remind you of what you're working for, of the people who are worth fighting for. But knowing the difference between the two is key. Some people are meant to teach you, and others are meant to bless you. The challenge is understanding which is which. Once you do, you'll stop holding on to people who aren't meant to stay, and you'll start valuing the ones who are meant to elevate you. Anger is a powerful emotion, no doubt about it. It can light a fire under you, push you to act, and make you feel like you're ready to take on the world. But here's the thing, anger isn't the driving force that will get you where you want to go. No, the real engine behind success, growth, and achievement is focus and clarity. When you let anger take the wheel, you're letting emotion lead, and emotions are unpredictable. Anger clouds your judgment, it fuels rash decisions, and it can make you burn bridges you never meant to burn. You might feel like you're in control, but the reality is, when anger is your fuel, you're on shaky ground. It might push you for a moment, but it won't sustain you in the long run. Focus and clarity are the true driving forces. Focus is what keeps you locked in on your goals, your mission, and your purpose, even when life tries to pull you in 1,000 different directions. When you're focused, nothing can distract you from what you need to do. You're not getting sidetracked by petty arguments, unimportant drama, or things that don't move the needle. Focus is about being disciplined enough to block out the noise and stay on your path, no matter what. Clarity is just as crucial. It's the ability to see where you're going, to know exactly what you want, and to be crystal clear on why it matters. When you have clarity, you're not guessing. You're not walking through life with uncertainty or hesitation. You know your purpose, and you understand what steps you need to take to get there. Clarity is like having a map to your destination. Without it, you'll be wandering around, unsure of the direction to go. But with clarity, you walk with confidence, knowing every step brings you closer to your goal. Anger might get you stirred up, but focus and clarity will keep you moving forward. Anger might make you react in the moment, but focus will help you respond with intention. Clarity will help you see the bigger picture so you're not derailed by temporary setbacks or things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. When life gets tough and things don't go as planned, it's easy to let anger take control. But that's when you need focus and clarity the most. They'll help you keep your head cool, your mind sharp, and your eyes on the prize. They'll remind you that the best decisions are the ones made with a clear mind, not an emotional outburst. So remember, this anger might give you a momentary boost, but focus and clarity will keep you on track for the long haul. When you stay focused on your purpose and clear about where you're headed, nothing can stop you. Listen up, the people you surround yourself with matter more than you think. You want to be around those who uplift you, those who challenge you, those who push you to be the best version of yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you can do it all alone, but let me tell you, you need a team. You need a team. You need a circle of people who elevate you, not bring you down. The truth is, life is hard enough as it is. You're going to face enough obstacles, enough setbacks, enough moments where you feel like quitting. The last thing you need is people around you who add to that weight. You don't need people who suck the energy out of the room every time they walk in. You don't need the ones who feed you negativity or make you feel small. You need people who build you up, who remind you of your greatness, and who challenge you to reach for more. Look at the people in your life right now. Are they lifting you up, or are they holding you back? Are they encouraging you to grow, or are they content with you staying exactly where you are? It's a tough question, but it's one you've got to ask yourself. The right people will see your potential even when you don't see it yourself. They'll call you out when you're slacking, but they'll also celebrate you when you win. They're the ones who don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk too. They lead by example, showing you that you can rise above your circumstances and be more than what you were yesterday. When you surround yourself with those who inspire you, you start to see things differently. They give you a new perspective. They make you think bigger, dream bigger, act bigger. They don't let you get complacent. They help you see beyond the moment to the bigger picture. They remind you that your dreams are possible and that you're capable of achieving them. The energy you allow into your life is powerful. If you're always around people who complain, who settle for mediocrity, who don't believe in the possibilities, that's the energy you'll absorb. But if you surround yourself with those who are chasing their own greatness, those who are focused, driven, and relentless in the pursuit of their dreams, you'll start to absorb that energy too. You'll begin to adopt that mindset, and soon enough, you'll be chasing your own greatness with the same fire. So don't be afraid to cut out the dead weight. Don't hold on to relationships that drain you. You don't owe anyone your time, your energy, or your dreams if they're not supporting your journey. Your future is too important to waste it on people who don't believe in it. Surround yourself with the ones who push you to be better, the ones who challenge you to think differently, act with integrity, and pursue excellence. Your circle is your strength. Choose it wisely. The people you surround yourself with will either fuel your fire or put it out. Make sure you're surrounded by those who inspire you to be the best you can be. Let me make this clear, your path is yours. It's a journey that's unique to you, filled with challenges, triumphs, lessons, and growth. It's your purpose, your vision, your destiny. And here's the hard truth, not everyone deserves to be part of that. You can't afford to compromise your journey for someone who isn't worthy of it. Life has a way of throwing distractions your way, people who want to be in your life, but don't have the respect or value to contribute anything meaningful to it. They'll come in, and at first it might seem harmless. But little by little, they start pulling you off course. They distract you, mislead you, drain you. And before you know it, you've compromised your path. You've taken a detour for someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart. You have to realize that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Not everyone who comes into your world deserves a seat at the table. Some people will only show up to slow you down, to take up space, to keep you stuck. They'll say all the right things, promise all the right things, but in the end, they'll only waste your time. And time, my friend, is something you can never get back. Don't waste it on people who aren't bringing anything positive to your life. Your path is too important to be compromised by people who don't value it as much as you do. The ones who are worthy of your time and energy will respect your goals, your hustle, and your vision. They won't try to drag you down or hold you back. They'll push you forward. They'll encourage you to be better. They'll celebrate your wins and help you through your losses. Those are the people you need in your life, the ones who understand that you have a purpose to fulfill and who are willing to support you in that journey. But it's not just about the people. It's about the choices you make. You can't let anyone or anything pull you off course. There will be times when you're tempted to give up your principles, your values, or your dreams just to satisfy someone else, just to keep the peace, or just to fit in. But don't you dare. Compromising your path is the fastest way to lose sight of who you really are and where you're really going. The moment you let someone unworthy steer you off track, you lose the power that comes with walking in your own truth. You've got to know your worth. You've got to know that your dreams are worth fighting for. You've got to know that your journey is sacred. Don't let anyone, no matter how charming, how persuasive, or how familiar they may seem, steal your time, your peace, or your purpose. Stay true to your path. If someone's not willing to meet you at your level, then let them go. The right people will find their way to you, and they'll respect the journey you're on. Ladies and gentlemen, understand this: your path is a reflection of your purpose, your passion, and your vision for the future. Don't let anyone or anything derail you from the course you've set. Keep your eyes on the prize, protect your journey, and never compromise your worth for someone who doesn't see the value in what you're building. You are the architect of your life, and every decision you make either builds or breaks what's to come. So be bold, be intentional, and never settle for anything less than what you deserve. Stay true to your path, and the right people will come along to walk with you.